In this video, we are going to multiply complex numbers, and we're going to use the fact that I is equal to the square root of -1 to use I squared equal to -1 itself. It's going to cause some interesting things to happen, so we're going to explore that and see what kind of fun can be had. So in the first example, we are going to multiply -I square root of 2 by 8 minus I square root of 6. And we will be distributing that. And when you multiply 8 times -I square root of 2, go ahead and gather your numeric parts together and then write the I to the outside of it. So that'll be negative square root of 2 and then I to the right. The I is not underneath the radical, it is to the right of it. Now let's multiply -I square root of 2 times -I square root of 6. Your numeric parts, square root of 2 times square root of 6, will give you square root of 12, and -I times -I gives you a positive I squared. So that'll be a plus square root of 12 I squared. And now the fun begins, because we will be replacing that I squared with a -1, which makes this a minus square root of 12. And I always write this out so that I can see it and make sure I handle the sign appropriately. Now that that part's done, I can see if there's anything else that can be simplified, and it can, the 12. 12 is 4 times 3, which is a perfect square times 3. So what we can do is rewrite this now as, keep your minus, square root of 4 times square root of 3, and evaluate the square root of 4 as 2, and that gives us minus 2 square root of 3. This is not completely over yet because it's not in standard form. You do have to write the real part first and the imaginary part second. So that would be -2 square root of 3 minus 8 square root of 2I. And if you're concerned about that I being mistaken for being underneath the radical, you could write it next to the 8. And this is especially helpful when you're typing in an electronic software. You can type the I before the radical, and for sure it won't be underneath there. Both of these are accepted nowadays. All right, we're going to take a look at the second example, which is a FOIL example, and we're going to start with the first two terms. 4 times 4 is equal to 16. The outer terms, 4 times 3I, that will give us 12I, so plus 12I. The inner terms, -3I times 4, will give us a -12I or a minus 12I. And -3 times 3I gives us a -9I squared. So that'll be a minus 9I squared. And I'm going to take a look at my like terms. My two 12s are going to cancel, 12 minus 12. And I want to make sure I replace my I squared with -1. So I'm going to write that as 16 minus 9 times -1. And that ends up being 16 plus 9, and you can go ahead and evaluate that as 25. And that's actually the answer to that one. The third example is also a FOIL example, and we're going to start with multiplying square root of 3 times square root of 3, which would be square root of 9, which is a perfect square, which is 3. You'll start to recognize these moving forward. Basically, square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. Now let's look at the outer terms. Square root of 3 times -6I will be -6 square root of 3I, gathering our numeric parts together. Inner terms, -6I times square root of 3 as another minus 6 square root of 3I. And last terms, -6I times -6I, positive 36I squared, so plus 36I squared. And again, I'm going to take a look at those two middle terms and combine those. And I'm going to make sure I replace my I squared with a -1. This time, the two terms in the middle do combine. A minus 6 and a minus 6 give a minus 12 square root of 3I, plus a 36 replace with a -1. Then that's going to be a minus 36. At this point, I'm going to look at my like terms, my 3 and my -36. 3 minus 36 is -33 minus 12 square root of 3I. There's nothing else to simplify at this point, so I could leave my answer this way, or if I want to make sure that everyone knows that the I is not underneath the radical, I could write it next to the 12. So that's your two possibilities for that one. I'm going to give you an opportunity to practice with 3 more examples, so go ahead and pause the video and then you can come back and check your answers. All right, and here you are. The first answer, 10 plus 3 square root of 10i, could also be written 10 plus 3i square root of 10. Your second answer, you ended up having to square a binomial and use the FOIL method or the special products. And in your third example, you do have a square root of 7 times the square root of 7 equal to a positive 7 there. And when you replace and everything, you'll get positive 23 minus 6 square root of 7i, or the other way, 23 minus 6i square root of 7. Good luck as you continue to practice these skills.